Hello and welcome to Awaken. I'm Deepa Malik and I am an artist and marketer with a real passion for makeup. I'm going to use what I've learned in painting and apply it to makeup to give you really easy and approachable tips to figure out how to apply makeup and look and feel your best every day. So today's video, we're going to talk about some new products I got from Sephora. I got the YSL. This is the Make Me Blush. We're going to try this on. I got a product from Saie. This is the Quartzglow, it's the Glow Sculpt in Quartzglow. That's a beautiful highlighter. I got the Westman Atelier. This is the Westman Atelier Lip Suede lipstick. So we'll get started on that. I did get also, let's see, Kulfi's mascara. And this is the Baddie Lash Mascara. I also got a beautiful Patrick Ta eyeshadow, so we'll get started on that as well. And then I did also get finally the Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil, and so you can see that with my fingers. And so with that, I didn't get any face products other than the highlighter, so we're just going to apply some things that I have and we'll dive on in. So this is the Victoria Beckham, bring that a little closer. This is the Victoria Beckham Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer. I've already applied skincare to my face, and I'm just going to apply one pump in my hand. You can see that there. And just rub it between my hands, black my hair a little bit, and right onto your face. You can also, I've also mixed it with mascara and applied it that way. So there's lots of different ways to use it. I just want a little bit of a glow. So I'm applying it similar to what I would moisturizer. And you'll see it just gives a tiny bit of a glow, which is really pretty. After that, I'm gonna put on some foundation. This is the Tom Ford. You can see that. This is the Tom Ford foundation stick. You can see it just twist up there. And this is in the shade Tawny. I'm gonna apply this. Just a few stripes along my face. If we miss any spots, don't worry, you can go back. Makeup doesn't have to be perfect. And got some nice coverage there. I'm gonna apply, what I like to use with a stick foundation is a really dense brush. So this is the Westman Atelier. I don't think you can see the name, but just bring the brush a little bit closer. And this is their face brush. I'm just gonna use this and apply that, kind of push the product around. Because it's a stick foundation, you need a bit more pressure than if it was liquid. Liquid has higher viscosity, so it's gonna move around really well. This is gonna give you a really nice coverage. It just needs a touch more to move around. So we've got the face. I do have a little redness sometimes on my cheek, so sometimes I will apply a little bit more. And I'm a little bit in between shades. I'm a touch tan, but we're gonna make it work. All over the face. I do wanna get just a touch more just in that cheek section on both sides. So I'll just twist up again and just apply right there. You can see I'm kind of pressing and going just along that cheekbone. Perfect. Now you'll see I don't have any concealer on, but don't worry. I have the Westman Atelier concealer. This is, I think it says M4. This is the Westman Atelier, and what's really cute about Westman Atelier, you can see that little heart right there, which I think is adorable. So this has a doe foot applicator, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit at the corner of the eye, the inner corner, and a little of the outer corner. Same thing on the other side. Now certainly for concealer, you can use concealer brushes. I tend to like to use the same brush as my foundation. I think it gives sort of a smoother finish. And I'm sweeping up. So again, everything that you want to do is lifting up that face. Do the same to the other side. And you know, you can always, again, use your finger, really melt that product in. And so now we have the concealer on. Normally I do use like a cream blush or whatever, and I would put that on after the liquid, but I'm not going to use a cream blush today because I want to see what the YSL product looks like. So I'm just going to put on powder right away, and I have the Charlotte Tilbury. If my nails will open it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, and this is a product I use a lot, so it is quite well loved. I'm going to use the Scott Barnes brush. This is Scott Barnes 67. Let's see that. A little closer, 67. And I'm just going to pounce this into my face, forehead, down the bridge of my nose, all the way on each cheek, down my chin. Just a nice even dusting of that powder. So there we have it. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the fun part, which is trying the new makeup. So the YSL blush, the shade that I got, it's Make Me Blush, which is powder blush, and the shade, it says 44, but I think it's Nude Lavalliere. And I just wanna show you what this looks like. So that's the shade. Dipping my brush in. So that's really pretty. It's really nice pigmentation. I'm pushing that brush in and pouncing it along. Now, in terms of placement of brush, I always like it kind of in this region. Some people, right now, some of the trends go a little bit higher, but it doesn't really work so well for my face, and then it mixes in with my eye. So for me, that's the right placement. You can see that is beautiful. Makes me want to try the other shades that they have. You can always smile a little bit, pop out that cheekbone. That is beautiful. Oh, I like that a lot. That is gorgeous. I also have the Saie, let's see, this is the Quartzglow, sorry, the Glow Sculpt in Quartzglow. And this is a, show that right there. Bring that a little closer so you can see. That is, one more time, sorry. There we go. So this is a highlighter. I'll show you on my finger, just so you can see. It's got just a very nice sheen, and it's gonna give just a natural highlight. I mean, you could certainly use a brush for this. I'm just gonna tap it on, kind of on the high point of my cheekbone, and we'll do a comparison one side to the other. This is, okay, you can see, oh, that's really pretty. And the other side. So, a lot of sheen, not so much yet, but we're gonna get there. They have several different shades, and some of which are more blush-like, but I liked this one. And the Saie products are nice. They're, you know, it's a clean beauty brand. I have some of their other products, and they work quite well. Go a little bit down the nose. You could even do inner corner of the eye, or right there, kind of on the top of your lips. That's really pretty. Okay, I'm liking these products. Now we're gonna get into eyeshadow, and I'm gonna try the Westman Atelier product that I have is a red lip. So I don't want my eye makeup to compete with it. I want it to really support it. And so I'm gonna actually use the product that I already have. This is, so you can see this is the Tom Ford Mink Mirage. This is number 27. And I'm gonna dip it into kind of this light taupey color here. Just that light taupey color. And I'm gonna go right into the crease here. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. So I'm only gonna use one of the Patrick Ta shades today. Just give a little bit of definition. And then we'll go in with, I'm actually going to use my finger for this. So this is the Patrick Ta. And again, I'm going to show you on my finger so you can see what that looks like. Really pretty. And I'm going to use that. I tried this the other day with a brush, and it didn't give as much sort of pigment. Sometimes I think with the more shimmery or glittery, and this has kind of I think a combination of both, it's sometimes better with your finger just to press it into your eyelid. You see that? And it goes really nicely with the blush and the highlighter. All right, I'm gonna go in I'm gonna use just a touch of the Urban Decay. This is, again, the Glide On pencil. This is waterproof, long lasting, and it's in the shade 0. So you can bring that closer so you can see. There you go. And I'm just gonna do a little bit just under the eye. I'm not gonna go all the way into the waterline, but just a touch. And I'm gonna smudge it. Just wanna add a little bit of definition, but again, I don't want anything to overly compete. I want that red lip to shine. A little bit towards the top. Just getting really, again, into that sort of corner area. You can see it's a sort of subtle, but it just brings out the eye just a touch more. A little bit more on this side. Perfect. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the Kulfi mascara. This is, again, Baddie Lash Mascara in black. And let's take a look at the wand. This is a tubing mascara. So it has a sort of very short bristles. This is a little flexible, which is kind of interesting. It doesn't feel like a very firm wand. So we'll see how it applies. We're gonna get some nice volume. Usually for me, I like quite a lot of volume in my mascara, and I don't mind it being a little bit clumpy as well. One of the reasons I wanted to try out this mascara and tubing mascaras in general was just that I'm starting to notice that my eyes are getting a little bit watery, and sometimes the makeup ends up kind of like right here. And I'm searching for a mascara that will not do that. And will also give me the volume that I'm looking for. All right, we got the mascara on. And next I'm gonna go in with the brow and then lip. So from a brow perspective, I've got, this is not a new product, Dior Onset Brow Gel. This is in the shade 032. And I'll bring that closer so you can see what that looks like. So this has kind of a little wand, and we're going to use that to brush up the, use the bristles to brush up the hairs, and then kind of across, and then a little bit down. I have a little bit of sparseness in a couple of areas, and so this is going to just help fill in. You could certainly use a brow pencil, brow powder. For me, this is kind of quick and easy, but still gives nice results. So if I'm really want to be more precise, I do have a brow pencil as well. You can see it just gave a little bit of definition, still very, very natural. And so there's kind of the face so far. I'm gonna go in with that Westman Atelier lipstick. But before I do that, I have, let's see, this is Tom Ford Lip Sculptor in Charge. And it's just a nice, see that there? Oops, bring it a little closer. You can't quite see that very well. But this is the Tom Ford Lip Sculptor Crayon in number 11 Charge. I'm gonna use this to line my lips. So I'm just going along the line. I'm not trying to change the shape of my lip. Certainly you could fill in more, but we've got the lipstick, so just want to give a little bit of that precision. The Westman Atelier, this is in the shade Rouge. Isn't that pretty? And you can see, just like the other Westman Atelier products, has these little cute little hearts in it. So I'm just going to apply it directly. This is a matte lipstick. I love a red lipstick, but this is a good one. All right, you can certainly use setting spray if you want to, but that's today's look. I hope you like it, and if you like it, please subscribe below. Thank you and have a great day.